This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Saturday evening here at Alex Box Stadium. Game 3 of a 3-game set. Second of a doubleheader on Saturday featuring the number 1 ranked Arkansas Razorbacks and your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Arkansas already taking the series, picking up the first 2 wins, 7-0 on Friday night, 17-10 earlier this afternoon. Late change to the lineup just moments ago. Giovanni DiGiacomo going to be scratched from the lineup. Told suffering from leg cramps. He was originally scheduled to be in there as the cleanup hitter. He will be scratched. They will move Drew Bianco, who is expected to be the DH here in Game 3. He will now be called upon to play in center field. And Cade Beloso, who had 1 pinch hit at bat in Game 2 earlier, will now be the DH for LSU. Mikael Hilliard throwing his warm-up tosses. A couple of changes, as we told you, to Arkansas starting lineup. Zach Gregory, who led off to start the first 2 games, will sit out Game 3. Braden Webb will lead it off and play in left field. Also, Jacob Nesbitt taking over for Cullen Smith at third base. Nesbitt will be number 9 in the order. In a light drizzle here at the box just after the end of Game 2 of this series earlier today, but doesn't seem to appear to be enough to impact the game. Hopefully that will be the case when you take a look at the game day forecast presented by AccuTemp. Remember, a chance of power outages. Never get a whole home generator from AccuTemp. Keep the power in your hands. Checking the current conditions. Again, light rain, temperature 75 degrees. Looks like we may have to contend with this until about the 8 o'clock hour. But again, we are set for launch as Braden Webb will step to the plate. Right-handed hitter Mikael Hilliard ready to go. The wind and delivery, and it's fouled off right side. Time of first pitch right at 6:32 Central Time.
You know, when it rains, it pours for the Tigers. No pun intended, but of course the guy with leg cramps is the guy with 4 hits last game.
The 0-1. Over for a strike for Mikael Hilliard. That's what Doug mentioned before the start of the game, was getting the breaking balls over for a strike, keeping the hitters off balance. And then again, a much improved speed ball as this one's popped up and fouled out of play off the bat of Webb.
Yeah, if you can establish that thing early, it can make that 89-mile-an-hour heater look like it's somewhere around 93, 94. Really get them out on their front hip. And then if you can bounce it.
Fouled off again, out of play right side by Webb. Still keeps it 0-2.
And that's an interesting pitch too. He's 0-2, so he went with the cutter on the off the outside part of the plate, which is a really good pitch. That one was 87 miles an hour. If he can bounce that breaking ball here, probably get a swing and a miss.
65th at bat for Webb.
Oh, he didn't.
Missing inside, making 1 ball 2 strikes. Webb getting his 20th start of the season, batting just 156 atop the order here for Coach Van Horn in Arkansas to start Game 3. Hilliard, the 1-2, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Webb. Beautifully done by Mikael Hilliard. 1 strikeout, 1 down here at the top of the first inning. A Tabasco strikeout. Official hot sauce of LSU athletics. Now that'll bring up Matt Goodhart. Goodhart's had a good weekend thus far, sitting in the 2 spot as the DH. Went 1 for 3 on Friday with 2 runs scored. 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored in Game 2 earlier. First delivery from Hilliard. Misses low, ball 1.
As some of my teammates in the minor leagues would say, muy bueno Curitiba right there.
Hilliard looks in, the 1-0. Missing upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, Goodhart's 3 of 8 in the series. He's scored 4 times. Only driven in 1 run.
2-0 delivery from Hilliard. Trying to nibble that inside corner. Can't do so, according to home plate umpire David Savage. And it's now a 3-0 count to Matt Goodhart.
You know, you look at the top of this lineup, 2 seniors, first thing I see.
The 3-0 take is on. It's a called strike, 3-1. 3-1 delivery from Hilliard. Down to a knee goes Goodhart, lost his footing, fouls it off, but stays alive. It's a full count now, 3-2, as Hilliard trying to climb the ladder early with 1 down in the top of the first. Goodhart, a .328 average on the year. Again, not a lot of weakness in this lineup for the Razorbacks. The 3-2 pitch, inside on the hands, ball 4. So Goodhart will earn the walk, a strikeout and a base on balls to get things started here in the top of the first inning. And Arkansas, a team Coach Maneri talked about coming into the weekend. They'll get free passes. They do it as well as anybody in the country. The problem is they've got so many bats behind them that can drive in those runs. You always talk about the concern of putting men on base, but Arkansas certainly can make you pay. With 1 out, a runner at first, it'll be Wallace, the right fielder. First pitch, chopper foul, third base side. Doug, glad to have you, as I said, in the booth here for Game 3. I know you were keeping an eye on Game 2 earlier. I thought about you when LSU got down 16-3. Going in to the final game, you always mention, let's have a little fight. Let's try to find something positive.
I heard it. It was awesome.
And the late innings, again, too big a hole to climb out of, but you hope you can carry that over into the nightcap. 0-1 the count to Wallace. Runner at first with 1 down. Breaking pitch across for a strike from Hilliard. It's 0-2.
Well, Uncle Mo is a front-running son of a gun. We know that. And it matters in this sport. And I think absolutely it can carry over from one game to the next. Kind of showed this LSU hitting staff that they're not machines. They're just men out there, right? They can make mistakes too.
The 0-2 popped up in the air right field. Dylan Cruz gave it a heck of a run in foul territory. Leaps out, can't get it. Just out of his reach. How many yards did he run to even come close to making that play? He'll get a
it was like
applause just for the effort.
It was like he was recovering a punt. I mean, that was a good 50, 60 yards of a full sprint. You cannot say he didn't give it all he had there. What an effort.
Hilliard ahead in the count after the foul ball down the line in right. It's 0-2 now with a runner on and 1 down.
I mean, he's played out there in right center field.
Yeah. The right-handed hitter, he was well into right center field. The 0-2, Tapper back to the mound. Hilliard's going to go to second. Cranford, the throw to Morgan, in time for the twin killing. How about Mikhail Hilliard? The 0-1-4-3 twin killing, and that'll do it for the Razorbacks in the top of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and the Tigers going to come to the plate. Morgan, Cruz, and Dugas. Back to the box in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your Fighting Tigers play here. The home for Fighting Tiger baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
minutes of play to end it for the Razorbacks in the top of the first inning. Mikhail Hilliard with a comebacker. Turns quickly, fires to Cranford. The relay to first, the 1-4-3. And Arkansas scoring 5 runs in the top of the first inning in game 2 earlier. And Hilliard with a good start for LSU. Now it's up to the bats. Took a while to get warm in game 2.
Hey, Hilliard also showed you there again, Chris. Pitchers, pretty good athletes.
Indeed, nice athletic moves.
I wonder if Buzzy's listening.
I'm Mikhail Hilliard. You know he is. Trey Morgan. Speaking of pretty good athletes, coming to the plate. Trey on Friday night, a rare 0 for 4. He went 1 for 3 in game 2, but again against a very tough Arkansas squad. You got to get the hits going early. You got to find runs early, and as we saw in game 2, you got to have a lot of them. Lyle Lockhart, the left-hander, fires the first pitch to Morgan. High for ball 1.
How about some early and often action here?
Morgan readies the bat, the 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Morgan had ideas but holds back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Setting up inside is Opitz. The pitch inside, ground ball. Going to be trouble. Moore coming over, gloves it in shallow center field and airmails this one into the dugout of LSU. And that will put Morgan at second base. It was going to be an effort just to get to that ground ball right of second. Moore got plenty of range, but leaps up, turns, and throws, and sent a one-hopper into the Tiger dugout. And Morgan gets it started here to lead things off in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, that's a hit and an error there. That ball was fielded out in shallow center field. Kind of almost as not a smart play there by Robert Moore. Probably should have just put that one in his back pocket, but the Tigers will take it here. Runner in scoring position to start off an inning. Not sure if that's happened over the course of this series.
Dylan Cruz on the weekend 1 for 6 with a run scored. He stands in now with nobody out. Morgan at second base. Lockhart fires this one. Absolutely mashed to left, but right at Braden Webb, who only had to take about 2 steps in to field it. Sharply hit, but results in out number 1 for Cruz.
That's baseball. You hit a 16 hopper up the middle for a base hit. Get on second base with a throwing error and then barrel one up and right at the left fielder. Does the next guy, and now there's 1 down.
Gavin Dugas 3 for 7 so far. A run scored. Has picked up 1 ribby on the weekend. Got an opportunity to add to his season total of 45 runs batted in. He's got Morgan at second base. There's 1 down in the bottom of the first, no score. Lockhart gonna kick but look back to second. Nobody covering there, just forcing Morgan back to the bag. Dugas batting .294 for the season. The pitch from Lockhart. Off speed, a bender in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Dugas for the Tigers in SEC play batting just .260. Again, has had 22 runs batted in conference play. Lockhart again looks to Morgan at second, who's dancing down there. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, in on the inside corner with the off speed. That's 0-2.
Yeah, we said Lockhart was a right-handed pitcher. That's because the starting lineup card came out with him listed as a right-handed pitcher, but we noticed on the scouting report it said otherwise.
Pitch is low, and that'll make it 1-2 to Dugas.
But I like his fastball. It's been in the low 90s. He keeps it down around the knees. He's got a nice breaking pitch. 12-6 curveball. Again, he throws a changeup and a slider on top of that to right-handers.
Dugas awaits. Morgan with a lead off second. The 1-2. Off speed and foul tap. Keeps the count 1 ball 2 strikes to Dugas. Fans of last year taught us anything. It's that we all can do more than we ever thought possible. Our Lady of the Lake. I'd like to thank the community for its ongoing support and the healthcare heroes working on the front line. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider to LSU athletics. Tigers with a prime opportunity here. have never led in this series. They threaten here in the bottom of the first with Morgan aboard on a single and a throwing error down to second base. There's one down and a 1-2 count to Dugas, and again Lockhart going to look Morgan back to the second base bag. Wind is blowing. Flags unfurled above the batter's eye, right to left towards the scoreboard. The pitch from Lockhart, way outside, gets away from Opitz. Here goes Morgan. He'll stand in at third base. That one just got loose from the Razorback left-hander.
Yeah, that would have hit the mascot. Catcher didn't get a stitch of his glove on it. And now the Tigers, Chris, 90 feet away, like you said. Striking first matters. Getting the lead matters. Being able to go out there and earn shutdown points next inning matters. It's tough to come from behind all weekend. Wait, we have a little
home plate umpire David Savage going out.
Maybe?
No, he was communicating something with Lyle Lockhart. Quick conversation. Now he's back behind the plate and behind Opitz. 2-2 the count to Dugas. Morgan just 90 feet away. The 2-2 inside.
Wow.
Catches the side of Gavin Dugas. Nearly threw it behind him. So some control issues here for Lockhart early. Will put Dugas at first base. There's runners on the corners.
Yeah, like so bad that it's going to get a mound visit.
Matt Hobbs out there to check on his left-handed senior.
Yeah, I mean, the first one again, soared to the backstop, hit it in the air, fastball. And then now when he looked to spike maybe a breaking pitch, but they're sending guys down to the bullpen. Is that a number 88?
It's number 88, Zebulon Vermillion, senior.
Wow, what a name, what a number. 6'4", 230. I bet he throws 100. If your name's Zebulon, you got to throw it up there pretty good. He's a big dude.
If you're going to wear 88, you need to do that as well.
All of that matters.
So the meeting with...
He's in a little pickle here. Got him on the ropes for K. Doty, Chris, and Doty on the weekend. He's 2 of 6. But I heard you say something on the earlier broadcast, and I didn't realize this last night. All 3 at bats, he swung at the first pitch.
Yep. See what he
I don't
offers.
mind that, especially in the middle of that lineup if it's something you like. Let's see if he gets one here.
One out, runners on the corners. The pitch
Yes,
hit high and deep to left field. This ball is gone. First pitch, swing and a home run, and the Tigers lead 3-0.
Yep, first pitch. If you like it and you're sitting in the middle, you're looking for something you can drive, and that's what K. Doty did there. That was a no-doubter out into the community coffee left field landing. And the Tigers strike first, and they lead it 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. And there's only one out.
Double-digit home runs, the 10th for K. Doty on the year. And we'll see Jordan Thompson come to the plate. Tigers with their first lead in the series comes in the bottom of the first inning, game 3, 3-0. On a swing on the first pitch offered from Lockhart by K. Doty. Now Thompson stands in. Vermillion hurriedly warming up in the bullpen. The pitch is low, but Thompson went around. It's 0-1. Jordan 0 for 6 at the plate this weekend, looking for something here. Got the momentum with his teammates ahead of him. The 0-1. This is low again, almost same location. This time Thompson keeps the bat back. It's 1-1.
After the weekend that it's been, you know, if you and I feel good when that ball hit the bleachers. You know, these Alec Bach faithful feel good, those watching and listening at home, and I bet that Tiger dugout, regardless of the outcome, dang it, they have a moment right now.
This one fouled off by Thomas. Also got a piece of Opitz, I believe, on the right leg. He slow to get back to form as home plate umpire David Savage will walk a new baseball out to Lyle Lockhart. 1-2 the count to Thompson. Doty with a base clearing 3-run bomb to make it 3-0. But as Doug pointed out, just 1 out in the inning. And again, you got to get all you can as early and often as possible against Arkansas. Lockhart looks in. Left-hander winds. The 1-2 again skips off the top of the dish. It's now 2-2.
You know, Lockhart's one of those guys you can tell kind of glad that he's doesn't have his stuff, because he's got good stuff. Right now, he's just completely lost command.
2-2, low and inside again. Catches the dirt, picked off the dirt by Opitz, and it's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, when you see a guy out there bouncing fastballs, he just doesn't quite feel comfortable. Probably has a pebble in his sock or something like that.
Thompson sets back in from the right side with 1 out. Lockhart, the payoff pitch to the plate, again inside, ball 4. Free pass given to Jordan Thompson. First walk of the game for Lockhart. And with 1 out, the Tigers have another man aboard. And we will see Dave Van Horn come out. And I think that's all for Lyle Lockhart. Unable to make it out of the first inning. And they will make the change. Zebulon Vermillion coming on to pitch for the Razorbacks. A pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. LSU up 3-0. Bottom of the first inning, 1 out, 1 man on. New pitcher, we'll tell you all about him when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is an insurance
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers leading 3-0 here over Arkansas. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Tigers got aboard. Trey Morgan, infield single, errant throw by Robert Moore, second baseman for the Razorbacks, allows Trey to get to second. Dylan Cruz would hit a missile, went right at Braden Webb for out number 1, and since then LSU got him on base. Cade Doty with a 3-run blast to left field, his 10th homer of the year, gives it a 3-0 LSU lead. Thompson down at first. New pitcher Vermillion. First pitch offered up to Beloso is ripped but foul down the first base line. Zebulon Vermillion into the game for the Razorbacks. Beloso will come back, pick up the bat.
He's actually started a little bit. This will be his 10th appearance. His 4th out of the bullpen. He has a 4.11 ERA. He's 2-0 in 35 innings. He's allowed 32 hits and 16 runs, which have all been earned. He has 13 walks and 21 strikeouts. So, not really a strikeout pitcher per se.
Here's the 0-1 to Beloso. Outside, missing ball 1 off speed from Vermillion out of Prairie Village, Kansas. Again, looks the part, 6'4", 230. Checks the runner, the 1-1 pitch. Hit to right field. Coming in is Wallace. Got a track on it, and he'll field it for out number 2. So, much like Dylan Cruz, Beloso puts a hard shot into the bat, but right at Wallace, who took about 6 steps in to make the play. Now we'll see. Drew Bianco.
You know, we have 2 outs here, Chris, and both of them in my scorebook are line outs. So this Fighting Tigers club seeing the ball good here in the first inning.
Drew Bianco had the 2-run homer in game 2, coming in to pinch hit. First delivery from Vermillion, a called strike at the belt, and it's 0-1. Thompson extends his lead off of first, and now a quick turn throw, and Thompson able to slide back with the right hand. Bianco called upon to be the DH, and then before the game, Giovanni DiGiacomo with some cramping issues. They had to move Bianco to center field. Veloso back as DH, so Drew getting a chance to play both at the plate and in the field. Started all weekend at second base last weekend in the series against Ole Miss. The 0-1 hits this one in the air to left center field. Coming over, Braden Webb, and it comes down into his glove for out number 3. But the Tigers get on the board first, have their first lead of the weekend. Kate Doty with a 3-run bomb, 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed by Arkansas. We go to the top of the second. 3-0 Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your Fighting Tigers play here. The home for Fighting Tiger baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans, remember this spring, don't strike out. Get powered by Sunshine with a new John Deere mower, tractor, or gator. We hit the top of the second inning here. Still a lot of baseball left to be played, but LSU off to a good start. 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. 3-0 lead over Arkansas as Mikael Hilliard back out on the bump. Tough part of the order here. Slavens, Franklin, and Moore, 4, 5, and 6 hitters. First pitch to Slavens, called strike on the outside corner. That 4, 5, and 6 putting together a very good performance in game 2 today. Hilliard, the 0-1 pitch.
Come on, Blue.
Missed off the outside corner, almost same place, a little further off. It's 1-1.
Slavens 3 of 9 on the weekend, 4 runs, 3 RBIs.
The 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss, and Hilliard ahead in the count now, 1-2.
There's the cutter. And let's see if he can execute here. That's been the key. That's what they've struggled with this year, executing ahead in the count.
Hilliard looks in, gets the sign, ready to work. The 1-2, swing and a miss, down on strikes goes Slavens. And Mikael Hilliard with his second strikeout of the game. A Tabasco strikeout, official hot sauce of LSU athletics, and there's 1 down here in the top of the second inning. And Hilliard off to a fantastic start. But again, got more work to do as Christian Franklin has been a run machine so far this weekend. 9 RBI in the 2 first games of this series. Hilliard ready to work to the right-handed hitter, and this one hits off the plate, skips away from Milazzo. It'll be ball 1. I've gotten rid of Doug Thompson. We have improved color analyst here on the broadcast. New women's basketball coach and basketball legend Kim Mulkey. I am so pleased to have you here in the booth with us. So pleased to have you here. Ground ball towards short. Thompson scoops it up. Stearns and throws to first. Great stretch by Morgan. They'll get him for out number 2. Wow, Jordan Thompson doing his best Kramer Robertson impersonation out at shortstop. Coach, it's great to see you. Threw out the first pitch. Everybody excited to have you back here in Louisiana. I know you've been to the box many times, had a chance to visit with you a couple of times, and it's great to be back here with some baseball.
Well, it is, Chris, and hey, I'm the lucky charm right now. How about that 3-run homer right there? I'm gonna stay and keep bringing us good luck. But listen, it's great to be back, and make sure you talk about these kids, because we need a win right here.
No doubt about it. 2 down. First pitch offered up to Moore. He drives it foul into the seats about 2 rows deep down in right, and it's 0-1. I gave you all the credit. You had the gold jersey on to throw out the first pitch, and LSU responds with a 3-run homer to get their first lead of the weekend. Here's the 0-1. Just missed outside to Moore again. Excellent job in game 2. Coach, I know things probably moving fast and furious after you arrived on Monday. Had the great homecoming inside the PMAC. Here's the 1-1 and a check swing, and it's a strike across the plate, and it's 1-2. I was watching from our studio, and it was hard not to tear up. It was really something to see.
Well, it certainly was. What a memorable night. What a great press conference. A lot of people there, and it humbled me to think that many people would come, and it's just good to be back. I'm glad that LSU made sure Kramer was there. My daughter Mackenzie and grandson and son-in-law. It's just meant to be. It was time to come home.
Absolutely. Not only everybody inside the Maravich Center, but fans across the country rejoicing. Here's the 2-2, trying to catch that inside corner. Just missed it, McHale, and it's now 3-2 to Moore with 2 down here in the top of the second. I was going to ask you, as I said, things moving fast and furious. 21 years in one place and such a program, and now you have to put in all those logistics as Moore fouls this one off, stays alive with a 3-2, because it's not easy to move from one place to another, especially after 20 years.
Chris, you're exactly right, and you know, it's you can't do it all in a day, and unfortunately my personality is I want things done yesterday, and so I have to take a deep breath, and so I'll be in town 3 or 4 days here, look for a place to live, do paperwork, have meetings here. The good thing is the majority of my staff, all of my staff actually, is in Waco with me, so we're having staff meetings in Waco, Texas, recruiting, and as you saw today, we're bringing an All-American freshman with us from Baylor, and next week's a dead period, the 3rd through the 9th, so I won't be able to look in the portal and do things, but just so much to do, and not enough time in the day to do it, and just have to slow down a little bit.
Moore picked up the walk. He's down at first. It'll bring Opitz to the plate, still with 2 down. Hilliard fires, it misses high. I was talking to Scott Woodward. We sat down and talked on Wednesday, and one of the things I asked him, I said, well, how quick moving is all this for Coach Mulkey to get here and get her hands on? He goes, I'm not even going to touch that. He said, I know she told us all to have patience, which we will, but there's no way she's got patience. She's ready to hit the ground running.
Well, there's so much to do, and I can't do it all, you know, quickly. So you got to close loose ends in Waco, and then from there you got to finish your staff. In the meantime, you're on the phone with current players at LSU, freshmen that have not even come to LSU yet, and then we have a shutdown, as I said, next week, and I've been working the phones a lot, and then when we find houses and homes, we'll move here, and once we get here, you know, then it's into the offices, and June gets here, and you turn around, and then July recruiting is here. It just never stops, but we're excited.
So are we. Hilliard now trying to find the strike zone, a 3-0 pitch, and there it is to Opitz to make it 3-1. 2 outs, runner at first for Arkansas. They trail LSU 3-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. We're visiting with LSU women's basketball head coach Kim Mulkey as Hilliard looks in. The pitch to Opitz. Just missed outside for ball 4, and that'll bring out the Boo Birds. They thought he caught the outside corner, and that'll put runners first and second here. Coach, we may need to get you down there closer to the field.
Well, you know, I have a little history with referees. They don't want me to get on umpires. But that's a good thing. If you're on referees and you're booing umpires, that means you're into the game.
How much fun. It looked like, I would normally see you down here to our right. It looked like you had a blast those years you were here watching Kramer and his teammates play, and great atmospheres here at the box.
Well, I enjoyed every minute of it. He had a great career here and got to play for a national championship, and just inches away from probably even winning that championship. But he loves Baton Rouge. He loves LSU. He's more excited about the move for me than probably anybody.
Pitch called, strike. 0-1 now to Battles. Battles moving up in the order, batted 9th in the first 2 games. In the 8th spot here, and this pitch short of the plate evens it up, 1 ball and 1 strike. I was talking to Coach Maneri on Monday night following the press conference, and I said, boy, Coach Mulkey probably gave you the best compliment a coach could ever ask for, and I'm sure you've had them before, about handling the young men and women that parents and families hand over to you for a number of years, and I know it meant a lot to him.
Well, I don't say things to make people feel good. I speak from the heart, as you probably could tell at the press conference.
Figure that out.
I speak from my heart, and I know that you know, in coaching you have to make tough decisions, and I was telling someone this just the other day. Paul Maneri left Kramer off the roster when Bregman was here, and they went to the World Series, and it just devastated Kramer, and it was a gut-wrenching time. But being the coach, I had to be a mother and a coach, and then look what happens the next 2 years. He becomes an All-American here, and he takes his team.
Breaking ball, called strike 3, and Battles didn't move the bat, and Hilliard gets out of it as Arkansas strands 2 runners, and LSU takes a 3-0 lead into the dugout. They'll come to the plate next. Coach, it's great to visit with you. I know you got a bunch of people to see.
It's a pleasure, but to finish that story, Kramer stays the course, and this is for all parents and all young people that are struggling, and he becomes a 2-time All-American here and plays for the national championship. Those who stay will be rewarded, and that's in all sports. It's easy to quit. It's easy to do things like that, and that's why Paul has respect for Kramer, and the respect Kramer has for him in return.
No doubt, Coach.
Chris,
looking forward to great
you,
things.
baby.
Absolutely. Coach Kim Mulkey joining us here in the booth. Tigers still have a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be Cranford, Milazzo, top of the order, Morgan. Back in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the second inning, LSU leading 3-0. Collier Cranford getting the start at second base, and he will lead things off for LSU, facing off against Vermillion, the relief pitcher, who had to come in for Lockhart, who struggled there in the bottom of the first. The Tigers get a 3-0 lead. Now a 2-1 count to Cranford. batting .139 on the year. This is his 37th at bat of the 2021 season. Vermillion misses outside, now makes it 3-1. Cranford, by the way, part of that momentum LSU able to build going into game 3 as he came in to pinch hit in the ball game. Had a base clearing triple. This pitch is low from Vermillion, and Cranford works the walk. So the Tigers get the leadoff man aboard just like they did in the bottom of the first inning. And we will see Alex Milazzo come to the plate. Milazzo also picked up a hit in game 2 earlier today.
Getting that leadoff runner aboard. 2 for 2 now for the Tigers. I like it a lot. How great is Kim Mulkey?
Fantastic.
Oh, man, I could listen to her talk all day.
Milazzo stands in, shows bunt, and tries to lay it down, but it fouls it back behind the plate. Moves the count to 0-1. If you don't think for 1 minute women's basketball is going to be a destination starting this November when they tip off the season, it may be one of the hardest tickets in town.
Oh, I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Runner at first, nobody out. Again showing bunt. The pitch from Vermillion way high and evens a count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Already action with a left-hander down in the bullpen for Arkansas here.
Something tells me Kim Mulkey could probably get you ready to run through a brick wall.
Oh, no doubt. I wouldn't make it far, but there's no doubt I would try. Here's the 1-1. Again, the bunt laid down in front of the plate. Opitz going to pick it up. His only play is to first. And that'll record out number 1. So Milazzo lays down the sac bunt. It advances the runner in Cranford to second base, and the Tigers again for the second straight inning have a runner in scoring position as they move back to the top of the order. And Trey Morgan, who got it all started there in the bottom of the first.
A little chopper up the middle. Got his average to 352. How about that for a freshman year? In the SEC, even better, 377. See you, Trey Morgan.
Vermillion to face Morgan for the first time. Kicks and fires. Big swing, but couldn't find contact. It's 0-1.
With that single in the first, he's now 2 of 8 in the series. I tell you, this Arkansas club has been uber impressive.
The 0-1. Look out into the dugout, and it catches a Razorback on the top rail. And it appears everybody is laughing, so
it's an ugly finder.
Everybody's all smiles.
We're all good, thank goodness.
Luckily, everybody able to avoid any injury there, as that one was absolute a cannon into the third base dugout, man, just above the railing.
I tell you. And when you're a pitcher not pitching that day and not paying attention, I'm not saying I was ever that guy.
The 0-2 misses high to Morgan, 1-2.
That thing could get on you quick if you're not paying attention. Let me tell you, back in the old day, there was no rail. It was just kind of walk down into the dugout. And good Lord, they were concrete dugouts, and that thing was like a pinball in there sometimes.
Runner at second, 1 away. The 1-2.
No. Swing
and a miss on a pitch up and away, and Morgan really wants that swing back, but it records out number 2, and Vermillion records his second strikeout, or rather first strikeout in relief. We'll see Dylan Cruz come to the plate. Cruz, speaking of cannons, absolutely smashed a ball to left field back in the first inning, but right at Braden Webb in left for the Razorbacks. So another chance here with the runner in scoring position, leading 3-0. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Vermillion, the pitch. Strike on the inside corner off speed, and it's 0-1. You know, Buzzy and I discussing this Arkansas team in game 2 earlier today, Doug, we compared and contrasted Vanderbilt and Arkansas, and I got to tell you, both very impressive. But I just think Arkansas is the cream of the crop in the SEC here in 2021. The 0-1 misses outside.
Mississippi State's got a couple dozen pitchers. Vanderbilt, those first 2 guys, man, it's just
that's tough.
It's
it is tough.
And in a tournament type setting, goodness, they're both very good.
The 1-1 missing with the heater inside, make it 2-1.
I mean, look, Arkansas is definitely up there in the mix of the top 2 or 3, not only in the SEC. If you say the SEC, You might as well say the country. I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but I think we all agree that baseball is the best conference, or the SEC is the best conference for baseball. So, I mean, we're talking about the best teams in the land here, and Arkansas is right up there with them. It's almost too close to tell.
With 2 outs, the 2-1.
Watch
Up
out.
the middle, base hit into center field. Rounding third will be Cranford. He's on his way to score, an RBI single from Dylan Cruz, and it's 4-0 Tigers.
And that ball had some steam on it from Cruz right back up the box. I'll tell you, it was cool. Today I was coming home, and on the interstate, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but Dylan Cruz, just a freshman, mind you, has his own billboard. It says the Cruz Missile. Thought that was pretty cool. And he gets another run across for the Tigers and stays hot here over the weekend.
So now Dugas stands in. First pitch lifted down the line and right. Giving chase is Slavens, and Slavens in foul territory. Able to track it down for out number 3. But the Tigers add one more with 2 outs in the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. The RBI single from Dylan Cruz scores Collier Cranford. We go to the top of the third. 4-0 LSU leads. Back in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top row.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
4-0 LSU leads over Arkansas in Game 3 on this Saturday night. 3 runs in the bottom of the first. They add a run in the bottom of the second inning. Mikhail Hilliard back out there for the 3rd inning of action. Nesbitt at the bottom of the order. Then they flip it over to Webb and Goodhart due up for the Razorbacks. Fans this baseball season platter up at Acme Oyster House. Authentic New Orleans seafood with a serious side of fun. Acme Oyster House, where baseball's more fun with seafood. Hilliard to face Nesbitt, getting the start here in Game 3. Cullen Smith, the 3rd baseman for the Hogs in Game 1 and 2. Nesbitt, a junior, batting .246. This will be his 58th at bat of the year.
We'll run down some scores around the SEC today. A couple double headers in the state of Mississippi.
Hilliard winds and delivers. First pitch, swing and a miss. Down in the zone. Chasing it is Nesbitt. It's 0-1.
As I update this scoreboard, it'll be brought to you by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. Learn more at hancockwhitney.com/LSU.
The 0-1 in on the hands and fouled back by Nesbitt into the screen. Hilliard again ahead in the count 0-2.
There are 3 other games currently being played. Florida leads Vandy 7-6 in Gainesville. They're in the top of the 5th inning. In the top of the 3rd, South Carolina and Oxford leads the Rebels 3-2.
Foul ball again, this time towards the 3rd base dugout. Bare hand catch at the top of the rail. Still no balls, 2 strikes to Jacob Nesbitt.
And the last of the games being played right now, other than the one right in front of us, tied up 3 apiece in the bottom of the third. That's A&M and Mississippi State in Starkville.
Pitch low from Hilliard, make it 1-2.
Earlier today, Auburn beat Georgia 9-7 in Athens. Tennessee took the series against Kentucky, defending the home turf. 11-2 winners of today's game.
The 1-2 from Hilliard. Again, staying alive with a foul ball out of play is Nesbitt, still 1-2.
In game 1 of the day, 2 of the series, Ole Miss beat South Carolina 7-3 to seal up that series. Looking for the sweep in Oxford. Alabama won 5-2 over Missouri.
A 1-2 pitch, ground ball towards third, having to backpedal is going to be Doty. Good throw across the diamond in time with a nice stretch once again by Morgan to get out number 1. Nice job by Doty. Had to move to his left, had to backpedal a little bit to position himself to glove that one, and then made the good throw to first, always bailed out by your talented first baseman to make plays like that just to beat the runner.
Yeah, you hate when you see that ground ball go to an infielder and you see the funny hop and them having to retreat and actually lose ground, especially over there at the hot corner. I didn't know if Doty was going to be able to rotate back around and make the throw, but he did it beautifully.
Braden Webb sits atop the order. He'll bat with 1 down, and the first pitch, a breaking ball called strike from Hilliard. It's 0-1. Webb strikeout victim to Hilliard there in the first inning. Here's the 0-1, way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You like what you've seen from Hilliard so far?
No question about it. I was about to say, to watch a veteran pitcher in this spot so far has been fun to see. This one missing high, now 2-1 the count. As you said in the Cajun Country Rice on Deck show, I mean, this is a guy that has experience in SEC weekends with starts. Gets the opportunity today. A little comebacker left of the mound. Thompson comes over near second base. The throw is going to be up the line, but Morgan kept his foot on the bag.
We're going to review that
for out number 2, and we can expect a review on that.
I would. Looks like he pulled his foot to me, but what a great effort there by Trey Morgan, even if he didn't.
Well,
see if we can get a replay here.
Doesn't look like Arkansas willing to put up a fight here. It'll be out number 2. Just an incredible play. Number 1 by Thompson to get to that ball and make the throw. And then again, Morgan, just acrobatic heroics at first base, leaning out.
What a great play. Pitch is going to be thrown here. It won't matter. And that one's in the books.
Inside and low to Goodhart now, who earned a walk in the first inning. Hilliard, 3 strikeouts, 3 base on balls so far. There's the 1-0. Ground ball. Morgan dives for it to his right, comes up with it, foot race to the bag. He'll dive and make the play. Out number 3. Beats a rushing Goodhart to the bag. Had thoughts about flipping to Hilliard, then decided to go Pete Rose style with the glove and the ball to record out number 3. And the Razorbacks go in order in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Tigers coming to the plate, 4-0 LSU. Back in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your Fighting Tigers play here. The home for Fighting Tiger baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
4-0 LSU leads. Bottom of the third inning. Tigers coming to the plate. 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Cade Jody got the scoring started with a 3-run bomb to left field. First delivery from Vermillion going to be rooked to right center. Drops down. 2 for 2 in game 3 for Cade Jody. And again, third straight inning, the Tigers have the leadoff man aboard. First pitch again by Doty.
That's at least 5 at-bats that he took a swipe at the first pitch. Doty might not see 10 pitches the whole weekend.
That'll bring Jordan Thompson up. He earned a walk back in the first inning. Again, left-hander warming for Arkansas in the bullpen and has been for some time now as Vermillion came in relief of Lockhart. So far an inning and 2/3, 2 hits and 1 run. Pitch out called for, it appeared, and not biting was Doty, and he gets back to the bag even with a throw from Opitz down to first base.
The old stay loose until we call you. Caden Monk dealing with that right now. The junior, 6'3", 170 pounds. As you said, Chris, he's been down there for a couple innings now.
He was down there for a couple of innings in game 2 and never appeared in the game, so
he might throw more innings than anybody on the staff this weekend.
Thompson digs back in, a 1-0 count. Doty with the lead off of first, and a foul tap into the screen behind the plate evens it up. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Third consecutive inning, the Tigers have been able to get that leadoff runner aboard. Can't tell you how big that is. Get that pitcher in the stretch right off the bat and immediately apply pressure on the defense.
Vermillion looks in. The 1-1. Inside corner called strike, and he gets ahead of Thompson 1-2. The light drizzle has ended here on this Saturday evening. Now just mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures at 72 degrees as a swing and a miss. Chasing one on a breaking ball down and away. Thompson down on strikes. Vermillion records his second K in relief. And there's one gone in the bottom of the third. And it'll be Cade Beloso. Beloso rifled a line drive fly ball to right field, but right at Caden Wallace his first time up. Kind of been the story of Cade Beloso here in 2021. He'll get another crack at it here. First pitch. Low for ball 1.
Off speed there. We'll see if he's looking for a fastball here. Ahead in the count 1-0.
Again, Jody down at first base. The pitch off speed but upstairs. Now 2-0 the count to Beloso.
Big swing here if it's there. Got to get that foot down early, try to get the barrel out somewhere in front of the plate.
2-0 pitch. Fastball fouled off to the on deck circle. Drew Bianco with a bare hand grab. Hand it to the ball boy. Nice eye hand coordination. 2-1 the count to Beloso. Tigers 3 runs in the bottom half of the first, 1 run in the bottom of the second. Again, the leadoff man and Doty gets aboard here in the bottom of the third. He's still at first base. 1 away, and Cade Beloso trying to up that average, batting .240 on the year. The 2-1. Strike on the inside corner. Evens it up now, 2-2. Beloso just .222 in SEC competition this year. 2-2 pitch, ground ball, gets by a diving Slavens at first base into right field. Around second, fleet of foot is Cade Jody. Runners on the corners with 1 out, and Cade Beloso some kind of fired up.
Well, he should be. That was a great at bat. He had that 2-1 fastball in the inside corner. You could tell he was a little frustrated. He didn't take a hack at that one. You never want to get yourself with 2 strikes. Had to go down and get an off-speed pitch there. Actually down in the dirt. You saw Beloso go down to get it. Was just able to drive it through the right side. Excellent job there by Beloso. And once again, a runner only 90 feet away. And of course, Chris, 4 runs not enough.
Drew Bianco steps in from the right side. Flied out to left field back in the first inning. Now time going to be called by Opitz. He's going to go out and visit with Vermillion on the mound.
It looks like the lefty Monk is going full speed now down in the bullpen.
So the battery meeting all wrapped up. Opitz will come back. Crouch behind the plate with 1 down, runners on the corners. Tigers threatening here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Here comes Dave Van Horn. That'll be it.
So they will make another pitching change here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Tigers up 4-0, threatening for more. Runners first and third, 1 out. I'll tell you the numbers on Monk when he enters, and we're still waiting for the official call. Dave Van Horn brings the infield in on the mound, talking it over. Again, it appeared that meeting between Opitz and Vermillion gave Monk the extra time, although he has been warming since about, I don't know, 5 o'clock this afternoon. And now home plate umpire David Savage going out. He and Dave Van Horn are having a discussion. And now Savage will make the call to the bullpen. So we'll take a timeout. We'll step aside. 4-0. LSU on top of Arkansas. Back with more after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Platypus.
Your Fighting Tigers play here. The home for Fighting Tiger Baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, check it out. If you love word games, then play Word Games from the lottery. You'll win up to $30,000 possibly. That's right, 30 grand. Just visit any lottery retailer and ask for Word Games for your chance to win. Must be at least 21 to purchase. 4-0 LSU leads. New pitcher on the mound for the Razorbacks. Caden Monk takes over. Third pitcher here in game 3.
Yeah, this will be the 18th appearance for Monk, which has him second on this Razorbacks ball club. He's 5-1. All of his appearances have been out of the bullpen. He'll enter with a 5.21 ERA. In 19 innings, he's allowed 13 hits, 11 runs, which have all been earned. He has 10 walks and 20 strikeouts.
First batter he'll face will be Drew Bianco. LSU with runners first and third, 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd, Tigers up 4-0. Monk's first pitch, showing bunt down the first base line. Slavin's going to pick it up and try to race, and he'll apply the tag. Catching up with Bianco. Coming in to score will be Doty, and that'll make it 5-0 LSU. So Bianco up there swinging the bat and then laid down the bunt. Slavens had to track him down. Bianco known for stretching the baseline a little bit. Tried it again, but Slavens able to reach out and apply the tag for out number 2.
Hard-nosed baseball. That's the way it's supposed to be played. You got to scratch for everything. And the Tigers will gladly trade runs for outs for the rest of this ball game.
So a runner at second base in Beloso. And we'll see Collier Cranford, who earned a walk, came around to score in the second inning. This one called strike from Monk at the knees, and it's 0-1. Beloso takes the lead off second, the 0-1, and on the hands and foul tap straight into the dirt.
Monk's fastball is going to be 90 to 94 miles an hour. It's not bad from the left side or the right side, actually. His slider is more slurvy than a slider. It's going to be in the high 70s and low 80s, and he'll also throw a changeup in there.
Heading the count 0-2 to Cranford with 2 down, a runner at second. The pitch. Ground ball foul, first base side. Cranford staying alive.
They should play staying alive when a guy fouls a couple balls off.
It's a good idea. Pass that along to marketing.
Who do we tell? I got to tell somebody.
Another 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Cranford down on strikes. Monk comes in. But the Tigers do add a run. 1 run on 2 hits. Monk gets the strikeout to end it. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and LSU leading 5-0 in Game 3. Razorbacks to the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
5-0 LSU leads, top of the 4th inning. Razorbacks come to the plate, 3, 4, and 5. It'll be Wallace, Slavens, and Franklin. Mikhail Hilliard still out there on the bump. 3 innings of work. So far, so good. His offense gives him a little breathing room, but as Doug mentioned earlier, against Arkansas, 5 runs just ain't enough. But Hilliard now will battle against Wallace, and the first pitch, breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1.
The longer he can do that, get ahead with that breaking ball, he'll be successful. And really a 5-run lead against anybody in this league doesn't make you feel comfortable.
0-1 hit to right field. Taking a couple of steps back and then having to run in for it is Dylan Cruz, but he'll have it for out number 1. So Wallace retired on the flyout. Next up will be Brady Slavens.
Big difference in this game. Of course, the Tigers have scored in all 3 innings but they've also got that leadoff runner aboard, and that's the third time, now the fourth time, that Mikhail Hilliard has been able to send that leadoff guy back to the dugout. That's
Slavens 0 for 1, a strikeout to Hilliard back in the second inning. Big swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. These two teams continue along the SEC. Of course, Arkansas atop the SEC West. No midweek games for the Razorbacks next week. The 0-1 misses at the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike. They will head back home, and they'll get ready for a home series against the Georgia Bulldogs, a team this year that is, well, flip a coin.
Yeah.
They've had great performances and not so great performances, but have the ability to sneak up and get you. This one inside, missing ball 2. 2-1. LSU will be back in action on Tuesday. Second game against Southern on the year at 6:30. And then travel to the Plains to take on Auburn next weekend. The 2-1 misses outside. Now 3-1 to Brady Slavens.
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend. Tigers will be on the road. I won't be with you on the broadcast, so I'll wish a happy Mother's Day to all the moms listening.
3-1 hit high in the air to right field. Cruz going back and at the wall, can't hold on. Got it in his glove but mishandled it. Now has to pick it up. Slavens around second. Throw coming in and on its way to third, not in time. And Slavens maybe about 6 feet away from clearing the fence, came down. Cruz went up. Not sure it hit in the palm of the glove, but he made a touch and it just pops out.
Listen, I can't believe that ball stayed in the yard. I thought that ball was going to be on top of the batting facility. So if you're Mikhail Hilliard, believe it or not, I think you can get over that triple, because I think he got lucky to have that one stay in. Excellent effort by Dylan Cruz. Did all he could, hustling down to that corner. Had the glove on it, just wasn't able to pull it in.
Slavens picks up the first hit for Arkansas against Hilliard. 1 down. And now Franklin, who, as we mentioned all weekend long, has been nothing short of fantastic. Again, Franklin 2 for 4 on Friday night with 5 runs batted in.
Yes, 9 on the weekend.
Had 4 in game 2 today. Quick swing and he fouls it back into the screen and falls behind to Hilliard. 0-2. He grounded out to Thompson. His first time up here in game 3, back in the second frame.
Yeah, he's thinking SEC player of the week.
Yeah. Slavens at third base with a triple to the right field wall. 1 away. Hilliard. The pitch. Late swing, but getting a piece is Franklin. Back into the screen. It's still 0-2.
Well, Brady Slavens rudely interrupted my happy Mother's Day, but again, in advance, hope all the moms out there enjoy the family and loved ones next week especially.
0-2 the count. Hilliard fires. Lifted in the air to center field. Bianco gets under it, makes the grab. Tagging up will be Slavens. The throw nowhere close, and Arkansas on the board with a sac fly RBI. Add 1 more to make an even 10 for Franklin on the weekend, and it's 5-1 LSU.
Ten RBIs.
Robert Moore stands in. Earned a walk, left stranded in the second inning. Moore went 3 for 6 earlier today with 4 runs batted in, along with 3 runs scored. He was 1 for 4 on Friday night. First pitch high and inside from Hilliard, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner to even it up 1-1.
Shutdown point still available here, despite that run given up.
1-1 pitch, missing the low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sun setting in the western sky on a Saturday evening. Again, a very mild early first day of May. 2-1. Missed at the letters. That'll make it 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 to center field, going to drop down in front of Bianco, and a 2-out single off the bat of Robert Moore adds to his total this weekend.
Yeah, he's now 5 of 11 on the weekend. But you know, you can live with that. 3-1 count. You walked in the first time up, make him earn it. There's a fastball right down the middle. Guy does a nice job, but you still have 2 outs for Opitz, who is 1 of 7 on the weekend. So odds bounce back to Mikhail Hilliard's favor here.
So Moore with a 2.5-step lead off first base. Hilliard will come set to the plate. And it misses.
That's a strike.
Again at the letters. I assume it's 1-0.
Not sure where that one missed, but we'll go with it.
Hilliard kicks and fires. The 1-0 swing and a miss by Opitz. Evens it up 1 ball, 1 strike. Hilliard today 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Opitz beneficiary of a base on balls in the 2nd inning. Tiger pitchers have walked 10 batters this weekend. 1-1 breaking ball. Did he go around?
Yes,
they say he did. Marcus Patillo down the line at third. Breaking ball just behind the plate, drops down at the cleats. Opitz couldn't stay away.
I would bury at least 1 more in the next 2 pitches. You could elevate a fastball. You got that by him. Right now he's set up. You just have to execute.
Runner at first, 2 down, 5-1. LSU leads by 4 runs. Setting up outside is Milazzo, but Hilliard will elect to toss over to keep an eye on Moore at first base.
This will be the 70th pitch of the night for Mikhail Hilliard. You'd like that to be a little bit lower.
The 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air opposite field to left, but right at Gavin Dugas. Steps in, makes the grab for out number 3. Arkansas gets on the board, 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 man on. We go to the bottom of the 4th in game 3, 5-1. Tigers lead on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning, LSU coming to the plate. They have a 5-1 lead. Put up 3 in the bottom of the 1st, added 1 in the bottom of the 2nd, another in the 3rd. Arkansas got on the board with a sac fly RBI from Christian Franklin to make it a 5-1 ball game. Caden Monk on the mound, 3rd pitcher of the day here in game 3 rather on the night. Alex Milazzo to lead it off. First pitch, swing and a miss. Monk with the fastball inside, and it's 0-1.
You know, I got to give love to the pitchers, Chris, when they do something special. Mikhail Hilliard up to 71 pitches now, which is 23 more than he's thrown all year.
Another inside pitch, another 91-mile-an-hour fastball, another swing and a miss by Milazzo. He's behind in the count 0-2.
He threw 47 about a month and a half ago. And he's at 70 tonight. That's pretty good.
The 0-2, fastball across the plate, another swing and a miss. And Milazzo with 3 pitches down on strikes, 1 away. In the bottom half of the 4th inning. To the top of the order we go. Trey Morgan, a base hit, came around to score the first run in the 1st inning. Very uncharacteristic strikeout in the 2nd inning, chasing one up in the zone and away against Vermillion. He'll stand in here. Facing Monk for the first time. A left-hander fires and swinging a foul ball above the third base dugout into the screen, and it's 0-1. Just like the winning lineup, Cintas has the All-Star Services fans for all your business needs. Everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. So get ready for the workday with Cintas. The 0-1 from Monk skips the dirt, gets away from Opitz all the way to the backstop. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. You got to look at the strategy. You mentioned the 71 pitches, season high in a big way for Mikhail Hilliard.
Yeah.
Got to believe that conversation taking place in the dugout. What to move forward here in a 5-1 game. The 1-1 just missed off the plate, make it 2-1 to Morgan.
Yeah, Garrett Edwards starting to flap around a little bit down there, getting the arms loose. So I would assume Pulmonary not going to let him go too much longer.
2-1 way outside. Again gets away from Opitz, and it makes it 3-1 to Trey Morgan. Dangerous territory if you're Caden Monk. Hitters count here for Morgan with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th in a 5-1 game. Tigers 5 runs on 5 hits. Arkansas's mustered just 2 hits against Hilliard. They've scored 1 run. They've committed 1 error. The 3-1 ground ball to third, scooped up by Nesbitt. Throws across the diamond for out number 2 on the 5-3 ground out. Morgan retired. We'll see Dylan Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz has been somewhat quiet this weekend. 1 for 2 today, which makes him 2 of 8 on the weekend.
Flight out to left in the 1st. Base hit with an RBI in that 2nd inning to make it a 4-0 LSU lead. This one missing inside the fastball. Cruz with a little dance to get out of the way, and it's 1-0. Wind again picking up right to left, right towards the scoreboard in left field. The 1-0. Look out again. Another 2-step by Cruz, and it's 2-0.
2-0 count. Wind looks good for a deep fly ball to left center here. See if Cruz can get one moving that way.
Monk kicks and fires. The 2-0. Chopping ground ball foul left at third base. Moves the count 2-1. Tiger fans, don't forget to show off your Tiger spirit. Just go to cox.com/Tigers. You can take a selfie with Mike the Tiger. Then you can share it. Watch together, cheer together, take a selfie together, even if you're not actually together. Cox bringing us closer. Good crowd here on a Saturday night. First weekend of 100% capacity at the box. And Dylan Cruz gets them on their feet with an opposite field base hit to right. A 2-out single for Cruz, his 2nd hit of the night, 3rd of the series. And we'll see Gavin Dugas swing away.
Yeah, can't keep a good man down. Talked about how Cruz had been quiet, 2 of 8. Now he's 3 of 9, average over 300 over the series.
Dugas hit by a pitch from Lockhart in the 1st inning. Came around to score on that Cade Jody 3-run homer. Popped up foul territory, first base side, handled by Slavens back in the 2nd. Got Cruz at first. Tigers trying to keep the score going. They've plated runs in all 3 previous innings. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on. First pitch inside, missing to Dugas. 1-0.
Tough to do anything over there if you're Cruz. Unfortunate with the left-handed pitcher. There we go.
Well, that'll help. A pitch
Just about to
inside
say.
gets away from Opitz, and Cruz gets a free pass into second base.
I thought it into existence. I was just about to say it'd be nice if we could somehow get Cruz down to second base here with 2 outs to let Dugas take a shot at driving something out into the outfield grass.
Dugas, 45 runs batted in on the season. Trademark bulldog stance down there on the right side of the batter's box. The 2-0 again inside, but a called strike. Make it 2-1. So Monk trying to, same way he went against Cruz on the first offering, same formula here for Gavin Dugas, and on the hands. 2-1. Cruz, sizable lead off second. The 2-1 pitch, foul tapped by Dugas. That'll even the count now, 2-2.
Gonna have to have an at-bat like Beloso had last inning. They went from behind to even.
2-2. Just missed. Good eye by Dugas to let that one go. Trying to paint the inside corner. Monk comes up empty. It's a full count now, 3-2.
You could tell David Savage had it in his mind.
Gave it a thought. Payoff pitch. Out in front of that one. Ground ball foul, third base side. Still 3-2.
And as you astutely pointed out, they have really dialed into that inside corner with Cruz and Dugas. It's about 8 in a row.
Cruz again off of second with 2 outs. Monk, the payoff pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss. Inside fastball. And Dugas down on strikes as Monk records his 3rd K in relief. And the Tigers come up empty. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. Top of the 5th coming up. Arkansas trailing 5-1. They'll be at the plate next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
5-1. LSU leading Arkansas in Game 3 on a Saturday night. Mikhail Hilliard out for his 5th inning of work. Ground ball on the first pitch offered up to Battles. Doty handles it at third, and nice sidearm throw on the money to Trey Morgan for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Couldn't even get the time to tell you. Mikhail Hilliard, as Doug pointed out, already a season high. Over 70 pitches coming in to the 5th inning. But not a bad start. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now he'll face Nesbitt at the bottom of the order, who grounded out to Cade Doty last time as well in the 3rd inning. Hilliard winds and delivers. Ground ball to third. Backhanded on the ground by Doty. Comes up firing to Morgan for out number 2. I see you, Cade Doty. handling the third base line.
I don't want to say anything because
I know. Now top of the order, Braden Webb. See what happens here with 2 down. Hilliard looks in. The pitch. Called strike at the letters.
thought we were going to see a world record set there.
It's 0-1.
Or tied.
It's working up. This one fouled off by Webb into the screen. Hilliard again ahead in the count, 0-2.
Boy, a 5-pitch inning would be nice.
Webb awaits. Hilliard, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. No, just got a piece to stay alive. Hilliard thought he was done as well, but Webb got just a portion.
Like maybe
the bottom of the bat.
A seam. I didn't think he touched that ball.
Yeah, just kind of changed the trajectory, headed towards the mitt. Still 0-2. The pitch hit high in the air, mile high, foul territory, left field. Dugas coming over. He'll give it a look, but it will find the seats about 8 rows up. And it looks like a nice grab out there in left field with the mitt. Somebody brought the glove to the ballpark. Takes home a souvenir. Still 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball again sent high in the air but foul down the line and left.
Might hit the bridge.
Certainly went beyond the grandstands, but it's a foul ball, so still 0-2.
Just a long foul ball.
So Webb readies the bat again with 2 down. Hilliard looks in. Baseball got loose from the bullpen, rolls all the way to the backstop, time call.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Not as an announcer, but as a pitcher. Nowhere to hide. Poor bullpen catcher, like, come on, man.
So we re-rack it. 2 outs and the 0-2 pitch from Hilliard. Just short of the plate. Smothered up by Milazzo, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 7 pitches tossed here in the top half of the 5th inning. LSU up 5-1. Trying to avoid the sweep at the hands of the Razorbacks. Hilliard doing his part thus far. The 1-2 popped up into the air. Right center field going back. There's going to be Cranford, but Cruz has the better line, and he'll get it for out number 3. So an 8-pitch inning for Mikael Hilliard, and the Razorbacks go in order 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Tigers will have Doty, Thompson, and Beloso when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Hey,
Your Fighting Tigers play here. The home for Fighting Tiger baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the fifth inning here at the box. 5-1 LSU leads. Cade Doty to the plate so far, 2 for 2. Had a 3-run homer to start the scoring in the first inning, giving the Tigers a 3-0 lead. Base hit came around to score last time in the third inning. Sends one to the left center field gap, but coming over quickly, making the play will be Christian Franklin, the center fielder. And there's quickly one down. Again, jumping on the first pitch offered, Cade Doty.
He must have a bet with someone. I bet you I'll swing at the first pitch all weekend. The most amazing part is he's actually connected, and at least 6 of the at-bats we know about.
That'll bring Jordan Thompson to the plate. Thompson a walk and a strikeout on the ledger tonight in game 3. Caden Monk ready to deliver. Brings the pitch, a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery to Thompson. Swing and a miss on an off-speed delivery, and it's 0-2. So Monk has come in. Third pitcher of the night for the Razorbacks. Giving up just 1 hit, no runs so far. The 0-2, swing and a miss. And Thompson down on strikes for the second time in a row, and Monk records his 4th strikeout.
Yeah, that was filthy. Hard breaking ball away. Back door. Almost impossible to hit that ball.
That'll send up Cade Beloso. Beloso flied out to right in the first. And a solid base hit. First base side last time in the third. First delivery for Monk, a called strike, and it's 0-1. So Monk providing a calming feeling here for Arkansas, who gave up 5 runs through the first 3 innings. Here's a swing and a miss. Fastball up and in on the hands, and it's 0-2 to Beloso.
And that's why it's so important to go out there and throw strikes. Monk has located both sides of the plate and been lights out with his off-speed stuff.
This one missing low and outside, make it 1-2. Beloso not willing to chase. With 2 outs and a 1-2 count. The pitch to Beloso, swing and a miss, and Monk records strikeout number 5. Has put a wet blanket here on LSU since coming into the game. Tigers go in order. No runs, no hits. Nobody on base. We go to the top of the 6th. 5-1 LSU leads. Razorbacks coming to the plate when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now pitching for LSU, the 44 area veterans, number 10 pitcher for the Tigers.
Your Fighting Tigers play here. The home for Fighting Tiger baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
As we move to the top of the 6th inning, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification, Fighting Tiger baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 6th inning, 5-1 LSU leading Arkansas, trying to avoid the sweep here this weekend after dropping the first 2 games 7-0 Friday night. Earlier this afternoon, 17-10. The final, Razorbacks clinching the series. Garrett Edwards comes in relief of Mikhail Hilliard, and the first pitch, swing and a miss by Goodhart on a pitch up and in. It's 0-1.
18th appearance of the year for Garrett Edwards. That's second most on this LSU staff.
Here's another swing and a miss, and Edwards comes out throwing heat. 94, now 93, and it's 0-2.
Comes in with a 4.15 ERAs, 2-2 on the season with 3 saves.
The 0-2 pitch to Goodhart sails outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Edwards has worked a total of 21 2/3 innings. He's allowed 23 hits, 12 runs, 10 earned. He has 9 walks and 23 strikeouts. Not quite as good in the SEC. He's been touched up a little bit.
The 1-2 foul tap by Goodhart. Just got a piece to stay alive, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
In 7 2/3 innings of work in conference play, he's allowed 12 hits, 9 runs, 8 of those earned. He has 5 walks and 7 strikeouts.
Here's the 1-2 upstairs, evens a count 2-2.
Had a little mustard on that one, 93 miles an hour. I've liked Garrett Edwards from the first day I've seen him.
2-2 pitch to Goodhart, swing and a miss. Top shelf fastball, down on strikes, and Edwards fans the first batter he faces. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. The Tabasco strikeout, official hot sauce of LSU athletics. And Edwards throwing a little hot sauce there to the first batter. Goodhart retired. That'll bring up Caden Wallace, the right fielder. Wallace 0 for 2 here in game 3. Hit into a double play in the first. Started by pitcher Mikhail Hilliard. Flied out to right in the 4th inning. First pitch lifted high and towards the seats in right. Coming down quickly. Takes a couple of bounces, and it's 0-1. Fans EFCU Financial, the #1 graded credit union for member value in the state of Louisiana. You can experience it for yourself by visiting any location or efcufinancial.org. Here's one sent right back to the screen on another fastball up in the zone, and it's 0-2. Wallace 3 for 5 this afternoon with an RBI and a run scored in that 17-10 win. He was 0 for 3 last night with a run scored in the 7-0 victory. This one missing, ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the defense for the Tigers. Little change just before first pitch. Cade Doty at third. Thompson at short. Cranford getting the start at second. Morgan at first base. The 1-2 hammered to left, but loses steam and comes down into the mid of Gavin Dugas, playing in left field for out number 2. Dugas, the aforementioned in left. Drew Bianco was scheduled to be the DH prior to the start of game 3, but leg cramps for Giovanni DiGiacomo after in between the doubleheader. Bianco moves to center field, joins Dugas in left and Cruz in right. Now we'll see. Brady Slavin's the first baseman. Edwards delivers a first pitch called strike off speed. It's 0-1. Tigers led 3-0 after 1, made it 4-0 after 2, 5-0 after 3. Here's a swing and a miss by Slavins. To fall behind 0-2. Arkansas scores a run in the top of the 4th. That's where we are, 5-1. LSU 5 runs on 6 hits. The Razorbacks 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error in the field. 2 outs. Edwards, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chased it low. Slavens down on strikes, and Garrett Edwards with a great start in relief. Puts the Razorbacks down in order here in the top of the 6th frame. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. Bottom of the 6th coming your way on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans, from one powerful breed to another, your Louisiana BMW Center is proud to be an LSU Tiger partner, and they congratulate the Tigers on their quest for excellence. BMW, official Tiger partner of LSU Athletics. Garrett Edwards comes in there in the top of the 6th inning. Does a fine job on the mound in relief for Mikhail Hilliard. Now a new pitcher on the mound for Arkansas. Familiar number and name that we saw on Friday night.
Yeah, can somebody else pitch? Cobbs has been lights out all year. He features a power slider. We'll see it 99% of the time. Get ready for it. It's coming. This is outing number 20 of the year. He has a .92 ERA.
Drew Bianco will face him first in the first pitch. There it is, the hard slider missing outside. It's 1-0.
He's 6-0 with 6 saves and 39 in the third. Only allowed 23 hits. How about this? 4 runs, 11 walks, 71 punch-outs.
Here's a base hit down the line and left. Bianco got a hold of it. Turns the corner at first. Gathered by Webb in left field. He'll retreat. Will Bianco back to first base. But the Tigers aggressive against Cops, and Bianco delivers the 7th hit of the night.
Drew Bianco's not worried about that slaughter.
See Collier Cranford stand in now.
What do you think the odds of a bunt here are? About 80%? Maybe a hit and run?
To your point earlier, LSU again another leadoff man aboard. It was successful for them in the first 3 innings. Showing bunt, and it fouls off the plate behind home plate umpire David Savage, and it's 0-1.
Not just going to be a gimme, by the way, to get this slider down on the ground. If they try to lay it down again here. Not the easiest of pitches to bunt.
Yeah, this one would be a good challenge for our buddy Lynn Rollins. He always talks about being able to lay down a bunt in any situation. This one, as you point out, would be a challenge against Cops. There's the bunt, and it's first base side. Cops comes off the mound, underhand toss to Slavens for the sure out at first. Cranford does his job, advances Bianco into scoring position at second base with 1 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now Alex Milazzo will try his hand at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Got to stay on top of it. Got to look to drive it into that right center field gap. Up the middle. Not a pitch you want to try to pull off of and drive down the left field line like Bianco did.
Milazzo stands in. Cops looks back to second. The pitch. Foul tapped. Slow roller towards the on-deck circle of the Tigers, and it's 0-1. A reminder, H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. You can call them at 877-700-RENT or visit he-equipment.com today. 0-1 the count to Milazzo. The pitch. Again, missing outside. Slider from Cops. It's 1-1. Bianco with a lead-off second. Cranford laid down the bunt to advance the runner. The 1-1 to Milazzo. Bianco on his way to third. The throw, short hop in front of the bag.
That was excellent.
And Bianco with a head-first slide in with a stolen base.
Well, if you're a young player watching at home, a couple things you can learn there. Bianco picked up that Cops was not checking to make sure he stopped his feet. Cops turned and looked at the plate, did not make sure that Drew Bianco was set, and Bianco swiped that one easily on the pitcher.
Second stolen base for Bianco. He's now 2 for 4 on the year, and with one out. Coach Paul Maneri coming out asking for time, wanting to talk with Milazzo at the plate here, because certainly things change with Bianco taking third.
Big time.
5-1 LSU leads. Bottom of the 6th inning. Arkansas going to their big time reliever, typically almost certain closer, and Kevin Cops, who was more than impressive on Friday night.
And maybe go safety squeeze here. Paul Maneri took some time to make sure Milazzo understood the plan. We'll see what they try to do to get this run across.
Arkansas playing in on the grass here with one out. The pitch, swing and a miss. Again, the hard slider away from the right-hander evens a count 2-2. Cops, by the way, on Friday night went 2 1/3. No hits, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. The 2-2 in the dirt, blocked up by Opitz up the first base line. Keeps Bianco at third base. By the way, those 5 strikeouts against 7 batters faced on Friday.
Interesting there. Great job by Opitz to block that ball up. That power slider can also find itself against the backstop.
Full count to Milazzo. Again, the infield playing in. The pitch.
Nice act.
Takes the slider and misses outside, and Milazzo earns the walk. And with one out, runners first and third now for LSU. They flip the order over. Here comes Trey Morgan.
Well, we've seen one safety squeeze in this situation. First and third with one out. That happened with Bianco back in the third inning. Let's see if Paul Maneri cues it up again here. Righty-lefty matchup. That's in the Tiger favor, but love Trey Morgan. Just hate to hit in a double play ball here.
One out, runners first and third. Delivery to the left-hander misses outside from Cops, and it's 1-0. Morgan here in game 3, 1 for 3 at the plate. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and on the hands. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. Bianco at third, Milazzo at first base. Cops, the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball going to be handled by Slavens. He'll throw to the plate, and the tag is applied. Bianco out at home. So Arkansas willing to protect and try to keep it a 5-1 game. Slavens with the 2 bouncer immediately came up firing to Opitz at home. He applies the tag. And now with 2 out, runners first and second, we'll see Dylan Cruz. Cruz 2 for 3 here in game 3 for LSU. Certainly could help his team with a solid at bat here.
You hate to say Bianco got to stay put there, but that's such a tough call. He was off on contact. But that was not a difficult play for Arkansas.
First pitch inside corner at the letters, and it's 0-1, a called strike. Milazzo at second, Morgan at first. Cruz big swing but fouls it out of play. Moves the count 0-2. Two outs, 2 men on. The 0-2 pitch down low, blocked up again by Opitz. Comes up threatening to throw, but runners stay put at first and second. Cruz now with an even .360 average on the year. He's got 10 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Spent the majority of the season as the leadoff hitter. Now comfortable in the 2 spot behind Morgan. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Got him to chase that slider, tailing away from the right-hander, and Cops avoids the Tigers adding to their lead. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on. We go to the top of the 7th inning. 5-1 LSU leads. Back in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 7th inning here at Alex Box Stadium on a Saturday night. LSU leading 5-1. Garrett Edwards in relief. Christian Franklin at the plate to lead things off for the Razorbacks. First pitch pops straight up into the air behind second base. Coming in is going to be Bianco from center field. In shallow center, he's able to get there in time for out number 1.
That ball might have scraped the moon. I mean, that thing was way up there.
1 down. Here at the top of the 7th. We'll see Robert Moore stand in. Moore 1 for 1 here in game 3. Hitting .297. Left-handed hitter is Edwards, the right-hander. Fires, misses low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hey, want to send a shout out to Sam Burns.
Yes,
tied
sir.
for the lead down in the Valspar Championship after round 3 today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Another one hit a mile high into the air towards the first base dugout, but it will catch the overhang here at the box and result in 1 ball and 1 strike. Burns tied with Keegan Bradley. Pretty good day. Both had an eagle, 2 birdies, 2 bogeys, but they stay atop the leaderboard down in Palm Harbor, Florida. So best of luck to Sam in round 4.
I think I've had an eagle and 2 birdies in 2021.
This one missing high from Edwards. It's 2-1. It's got to be a punchline in there.
Well, I mean the whole year. They did it today in one round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And scratch the eagle. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen.
The 2-1. Opposite field fly ball. Dugas settling back and shy of the track, has room for out number 2. So that retires Moore here in the top half of the 7th. Casey Opitz, the catcher, up next for the Razorbacks. Opitz 0 for 1, batting .252. Bases are empty, 2 outs. Garrett Edwards in his second inning of work, trying to keep it a 5-1 LSU lead. First pitch outside to the left-hander and low. It's 1-0. Big windup delivery. The 1-0 pitch on the outside corner evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Can't say enough about the start from Mikhail Hilliard tonight. 5 innings, season high pitches. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 3, struck out 3, but certainly did his job and then some. The 1-1. Another strike on the outside. Down near the knees. Opitz couldn't pull the trigger and he falls behind 1-2. Edwards so far following suit behind the starter Hilliard with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. It's going to be a dive, but can't come up to it by Thompson. At short, it will sail on into left center field, so a 2-out single for Opitz. Arkansas able to extend the top of the 7th here.
Yeah, first base runner Edwards has allowed. And he'll want that 1-2 pitch back when he thinks this one through again. Actually wasn't really a bad pitch, just a great piece of hitting there by Opitz.
Jalen battles the shortstop. 0 for 2 on the night with a runner at first and a short lead for Opitz. The pitch from Edwards drops in low. 1-0. Battles caught looking back in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd in the 5th inning. Edwards misses again low. It's now 2-0. Opens a short lead off first. He is 3 of 3 in stolen bases this year as Edwards finally able to get one right at the kneecaps, and it's a called strike to make it 2-1. Edwards trying to hold a 5-1 lead for LSU with 2 down. Kicks and fires the 2-1. Misses inside. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Ace spot in the lineup here. Definitely don't want to put him on. Got to throw a strike here, make him earn his way to first base.
Three-one delivery. Right up the middle, catches Edwards, going to be fielded with the shift by Cranford, and he will run to second and record out number 3. Edwards just got out of the way, fell on top of the mound, but Cranford not distracted, able to field it and get the out. That'll do it for Arkansas. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1 man on. Time to stretch it out here at the box. Tigers with a 4-run lead, 5-1. Dugas, Doty, and Thompson due up when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your Fighting Tigers play here. The home for Fighting Tiger Baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network.
Man's Crispy Crunchy Chicken, the best and fastest growing fried chicken in America you may have never heard of. Founded right here in southern Louisiana. Better bet there's one near you. Visit crispycrunchy.com for locations. Gavin Dugas to get things started here in the bottom of the 7th inning. LSU up 5-1. Game 3 of this series in SEC play. Kevin Kopp's back out there for the Razorbacks, and a swing and a miss. Just like that, Dugas down on the count, 0-2. Boy, Crispy Crunchy Chicken sounds pretty good after 8 hours here at the ballpark. The 0-2 pitch sails outside, 1-2.
Got to be somebody out there close to a Crispy Crunchy Chicken and Alec Box Stadium. I think they let you in after the 6th inning.
Here's the 1-2, and he chases the breaking ball. Did he get a piece? Nope, it just got loose from Opitz. He'll have to pick it up and throw down to first, and Dugas down on strikes. Second straight time for Gavin. Kopp's records strikeout number 2, and there's one down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kenny Doty. Pretty good night. 3-run homer in the first. Base hit came around to score in the 3rd. Flied out to center field last time in the 5th inning. So 2 for 3 here in game 3. Kopp's the pitch. Big swing and a foul tap by Doty. And it's 0-1.
You know, this slider has just given fits to this LSU ball club. And not only them, he has dominated everyone. Again, that ERA under 1 through 20 outings. That one misses down and away. It's 1-1. But I mean, to have that many strikeouts as a one-pitch pony, I'd love to stand in that batter's box and just take a look at how nasty that thing is.
Doty, another foul tap, moves the count 1-2. Again, it comes down the middle at about 85, 86 miles an hour and then tails away. 1-2. Doty gets a bat on it, but sends it to center field. Franklin in a few steps. He's got it for out number 2. Jordan Thompson 0 for 2 on the night. Stands in with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. LSU up 5-1. 5 runs on 7 hits in Arkansas. Game 1. On Friday night, 7 runs on 7 hits, 17 runs on 19 hits in game 2. Thompson trying to extend the inning. Kopp's fires, and it's a fastball at the letters called strike 0-1. The 0-1 to Thompson, swing and a miss. 0-2. Thompson at the plate with 2 down. Veloso on deck should he arrive safely. The 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 at the letters, outside corner. Kopp's records strikeout number 3. And that does it for LSU. They go in order. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th frame coming your way from the box. LSU on top 5-1. Back in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network. 5-1, LSU leading Arkansas here on a Saturday night. Razorbacks come to the plate. Garrett Edwards to begin his third inning in relief. Again, Mikael Hilliard called upon for the start here in game 3. The Tigers trying to avoid the sweep. Hilliard going 5 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Edwards so far 2 innings under his belt, giving up 1 hit, has 2 strikeouts.
And Zach Gregory going to pinch hit here in place of Jacob Nesbitt, the 9-hole hitter. Of course, Gregory started in the first 2 games.
First delivery missing high, and it's 1-0.
He was 0 for 3 in the opener and 2 for 5 last game, the first game today, with a run scored and an RBI.
The 1-0 catches the inside corner to Gregory, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Ground ball down the line, fair at first. Morgan behind the bag, gloves it, steps on first for out number 1. So Gregory, the pinch hitter, retired at the bottom of the order. Tigers holding on to a 4-run lead here.
That's 8 consecutive innings now. The Tigers have retired the leadoff hitter. And another pinch hitter now. It's going to be Cullen Smith. He's in now for Braden Webb. Again, Smith was a starter.
First pitch from Edwards, swing and a miss. Smith started the first 2 games at third base.
Yeah, he was 0 for 2 in the opener, Chris. 2 for 5 in game 1 today. Had 2 RBIs and a run scored.
The 0-1 from Edwards. Another ground ball, but foul right of the first base bag. As Morgan again moving quickly, but first base umpire Clint Lawson right there on it. And it's 0-2. Edwards ahead in the count. So Smith coming in to replace Webb. Down in the count early, 0-2. Edwards rocks and fires, and lifted foul out of play down the line and left. Still 0-2.
And Devin Fontenot is now tossing down in the Tigers bullpen.
The 0-2 pitch misses inside and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One out in the top of the 8th inning. Edwards ahead in the count. The 1-2 staying alive as Cullen Smith fouls it towards the backstop. The outside corner with a 1-2 pitch. Edwards thought he had it.
Just a little bit, I think. It was a great 1-2 pitch.
Pretty good discipline by Smith to stay away.
Yeah. About this, both teams have thrown 109 pitches. Both teams 71 strikes and 38 balls.
2-2 lifted in the air, foul territory. Doty giving chase near the bullpen. Slides, makes the grab. Doty goes to a knee, slides a good 6 feet, and in the slide holds on for out number 2. Wow.
Unbelievable. Full speed back to the infield. Sliding into the home plate area, right at home plate of the visitors' bullpen. Catch over the shoulder. That one could make the top 10 tonight on ESPN.
Goodhart now stands in with 2 down. And the Tigers, we talked about it before the game, trying to take some of that late inning momentum, even though coming up short 17-10. They've been able to channel it here so far in the top of the 8th inning. 2 down, a 2-0 count to Goodhart. who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the 6th. Popped up again. This one will find the seats and left.
Did you hear what I said a minute ago? Both teams at that point have thrown identical pitch count, strikes, and balls.
2-1. Foul tap, but in the middle of Milazzo, and now Edwards evens a count 2-2.
A little shift here. Doty going to go all the way from third, right behind the bag at second base. Thompson going to stay put.
2-2, trying to nibble the inside corner, just missed, and now a full count. Thompson with his feet on the left field grass. Payoff delivery, in on the hands and fouled away. Still 3-2. Payoff delivery. Ground ball, one hopper. Oh, picked off the dirt by Cranford. Throws to first.
Nifty.
Out number 3. Tigers feeling it. 3 up, 3 down for the Razorbacks in the top of the 8th. Pretty good defense by these Fighting Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. LSU up 5-1. We'll see Beloso, Vieco, and Cranford when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
The dairy farmers of Louisiana want to remind you they're making sure you can fuel your body with nature's energy drink, Real Milk, your source of protein, calcium, and vitamin D. Tigers leading 5-1. They come to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning looking for more insurance runs. It'll be Cade Beloso to start it off against Kevin Kopps, beginning his 3rd inning in relief. There's activity, double barrel activity in the bullpen for Arkansas here.
There's a right-hander and a left-hander down there.
1-0. Ground ball, but will bounce right at first base, and it's 1-1 now to Beloso. Beloso flied out to right in the 1st, had a base hit in the 3rd, and was a strikeout victim in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs, ball 2, 2-1.
The right-hander is number 22. That's Jackson Wiggins.
Here's one launched to right field again, having to come in quickly. And able to track it down as Caden Wallace. Again lifted off the bat by Beloso, but good play in right. Records out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Wiggins, a 6'6" freshman from Roland, Oklahoma, and Zach Morris is the left-handed pitcher down there.
Drew Bianco had the base hit against Kopps back in the 6th frame. First pitch, a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. outside. He went around and he falls behind in the count 0-2. Bianco, first batter to face Cops. Again, drove one to left field. Thrown out at the plate on a ground ball play from third. The 0-2 hit on the hands, a little bloop fly ball, but quickly getting to it is Moore, just left of second base in shallow center for out number 2.
Man, Cops just does not let up.
Collier Cranford laid down the sac bunt. Not easy to do, but did so in the 6th inning to move Bianco to second base. Strikeout victim in the 3rd and had a walk, came around to score in the 2nd. First pitch, a strike at the knees off speed, and it's 0-1. Pitch to Cranford, swing and a miss. Down in the zone again, just that hard slider. You look like it's coming at you, and then it disappears. 0-2 the count with 2 down. Cops fires to the plate. Down in the dirt, blocked up by Opitz, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yep, it's filthy, all right. And he legit throws it every single pitch.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Cranford. Cops again. Puts down the Tigers. In order, we go to the top of the 9th. Arkansas trailing 5-1. Their last chance here in Game 3 will return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Okay. Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Game 3, top of the 9th. LSU leading Arkansas 5-1. Razorbacks taking game 1 and 2 to win the series, but LSU trying to battle back, hold on to victory, and avoid the sweep. And they will hand the baseball over to Devin Fontenot here in the top of the 9th, where he'll face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Hogs, Wallace, Slavens, and Franklin.
Yep, this will be the 20th outing of the year for the Tigers closer. Fontenot enters with a 2.95 ERA. He has 3 saves in 21 1/3. He's allowed 13 hits and 9 runs, only 7 earned. He's got 15 walks and 26 strikeouts. We've called him Devin Fontenasty since the first day we saw him. The Tigers need him to dial up that guy right here and get this one in the books as quickly as possible.
Wallace stands in. Fontenot's first pitch. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. 96 on the gun from the right-handed hurler from the Woodlands, Texas, who happens to grace the game program here at the box this weekend. Fontenot's 0-1 delivery to Wallace. Strike on the outside corner again at 96. It's 0-2.
Oh. A little extra petroleum tonight from Fontenot. See if he can dial it up to 97 here.
Wallace stands back in. The 0-2 pitch. Outside and low. Fastball again, 3 straight at 96 miles an hour. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Missing high. Make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wallace tonight hit into a double play in the first. Fly out to Cruz in right field in the 4th. In the 6th inning, sent a fly ball to Gavin Dugas in left field. Fontenot, even count. The 2-2 delivery to the plate. Hammered back, base hit to center field. Wallace picks up his first hit of the night. Make it number 4 for Arkansas. The leadoff man aboard took a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, sent it right back up the middle.
Yeah, it was just centered over the plate. Got to hit a corner there or elevate it. That was way too good of a pitch up in the count. And that is the first time in this ball game the Razorbacks have been able to get the leadoff runner aboard. Let's see if Fontenot can erase it with a 2-ball here.
It'll be Slavens, the first baseman, who's 1 for 3 on the night. Facing the left-handed hitter, Fontenot fires and blows it right by him. 96 on the gun. It's 0-1. Wallace takes a lead at first. Morgan not holding him on. The 0-1 pitch. High and outside, 1-1. Slavin with a triple there in the 4th inning came around to score the lone run for the Razorbacks. Time called. Slavin steps out. Nobody out, runner on. 5-1 LSU up, top of the 9th inning. Fontenot and the Tigers looking for 3 outs to close the series. The 1-1. Inside, misses, ball 2, 2-1.
You see, that was supposed to be on the outer third of the plate. He missed all the way across the other side. You don't want to fall behind here too far to the 4th hitter in this lineup.
Two and 1 the count. Fontenot to the plate, swing and a miss. Again, Slavin's laid around on a 96-mile-an-hour heater. It evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, with those 2 swings at fastballs, I say forget the curveball, Ricky. Give him the heater.
Fontenot leans in, gets the side from Milazzo. What do you think it is? Milazzo prepares. The 2-2 just missed high. The fastball at 96 going to fill the count here. Give up a single to the leadoff man. Got to avoid a walk at all costs here in the top of the 9th with a 4-run lead.
Yeah, walks are just not permissible here.
Fontenot set to deliver a payoff pitch to the plate. Popped up and fouled out of play. Another 96-mile-an-hour heater. Still 3-2.
Yeah, it's like every single fastball has been 96 miles an hour from Fontenot so far.
Slavens ready to go. Fontenot kicks and fires. Payoff pitch again. Slavens fights and fouls it off. Gives me a moment. Pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 9th inning, LSU up 5-1. Devin Fontenot on the mound. Runner at first base. Brady Slavens at the plate. Another payoff pitch. Fouled back into the screen as Slavens and Fontenot battling it out here. Fastballs from Fontenot and 3 straight foul balls from Slavens.
Yeah, he was right on that one. Fouled it straight back into the screen.
Franklin stands on deck for the Razorbacks. Wallace led off with a single to center field. He's at first base. Payoff delivery again to the plate, and again Slavens sends it into the screen.
Only 95 on that one.
Fontenot going to take some time, adjust the uniform, now prepare to step back up on the rubber. Slavens readies the bat. Here's the payoff pitch again. Missed low, ball 4, and Slavens wins that battle. Now Fontenot has to win the war. Runners first and second, nobody out here for the Razorbacks. The potential tying run or rather 1 run short if they can get Franklin aboard. But the potential tying run will be on deck here with nobody out. Franklin at the plate. Been sensational this weekend. 0 for 2 here tonight in game 3. Robert Moore 1 for 2 will be on deck for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, Franklin is 5 of 10 on the weekend. He has 4 runs scored and 10 RBIs.
Facing
Could be sitting on
Fontenot.
the fastball here.
Yeah. Takes on Fontenot for the first time this weekend. First pitch to Franklin. Ground ball, base hit into left field. Gavin Dugas comes in, picks it up quickly, throws, and they'll hold the runner. And Wallace at third base, but now the bases are loaded. And Robert Moore coming to the plate, potential tying run. That'll bring Paul Maneri out. He wants Milazzo to join him along with Fontenot on the mound here. Nobody out, the bases loaded. Fontenot throwing heat, but Arkansas able to find 2 base hits and a walk in the middle.
Well, I know you're up 4 runs, right? And you want to throw fastballs and you want to throw strikes, Chris, but I feel like at some point you have to throw that slider in there to give him the opportunity to use it when he needs it. And right there, he threw the first one that he's thrown of the inning to that hitter who happened to get the barrel around when he was sitting dead red. So this is a tough spot, obviously. Tigers will trade runs for outs here, 1 at a time.
Robert Moore again 1 for 2 on the night. Was a very dangerous hitter. Got pop in the bat. Average at 296. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Time called as Moore steps out. Wallace aboard on a single. Slavens earned the walk. Franklin with a base hit to left field. First, second, and third all jammed up. Fontenot fires. Popped up in the air. Going back, Bianco in center field. Carries him back deeply. He'll make the grab. Runner will tag. Wallace will score. That'll make it 5-2. Also tagging up with Slavens along with Franklin. They each advance to second and third here with 1 down.
Trade runs for outs. A 1-run win is just as good as a 4-run win.
Casey Opitz 1 for 2 on the night. A walk in the second, flied out to Dugas in left in the fourth, had a base hit last time in the 7th inning. Runners second and third with 1 down. Fontenot looks into the left-handed hitter, now winds and delivers. First pitch inside, missing low, 1-0.
Opitz is 1 of 2 on the night, but he's only 2 of 9 on the weekend. This is 7, 8, 9 now in the order.
Here's the 1-0 delivery from Fontenot. Line drive handled by Doty at third, smacked right at him. puts up the glove and records out number 2. Everybody stays put second and third. No opportunity to double up. But it is a big second out here in the top of the ninth. 2 down, 1 to go. How about the plays Doty has made at third base in game 3 tonight?
He has been lights out. He didn't have to move much for that one. In fact, might not have even had time to blink there.
So with 2 down, it will be the shortstop. Let's see, do they stick with Battles?
That's Gregory. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is Battles.
So they will go. Battles will bat.
Yep. Battles tonight is 0 for 3. Struck out looking in the second inning. Grounded out to Doty in the 5th and hit into a fielder's choice up the middle in his last at bat, but he hit it very hard.
Little conversation with Coach Thompson, the third base coach for Arkansas. Now he stands in with 2 down, runners second and third. The pitch. Strike at the letters. 0-1. Fondo gets ahead early. The 0-1 ground ball could be trouble. Thompson diving for it, can't get to it into center field. That will score Slavens. Franklin around to score, and a 2 RBI single from Battles suddenly makes it a 1-run ball game with 2 outs. Battles delivers. 1 for 4 on the night, and it scores 2 runs just beyond the reach of Thompson. Diving left of second base.
Yeah, and you got to be careful here because now it's Zach Gregory.
Not your typical 9-hole hitter.
No.
He started the first 2 games atop the order.
Gregory hitting .275 on the season.
Fondo got to find 1 out here. Runner at first. 2 down. The pitch to Gregory.
Nice
Strike.
pitch.
On the inside corner at the knees. It's 0-1.
There's the slider there. Fastball should look even harder.
Gregory, a left-handed hitter. 0 for 3 on Friday night, 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored earlier today. The 0-1 tries it again, it misses. Inside and low, 1-1. Trying to keep it inside here with the first 2 offerings. That fastball at 94. Just a bit low. 1-1 the count. 2 out, top of the ninth. Tigers holding on to a 5-4 lead here in game 3. Fondo fires. Lifted in the air, out of play left side. Fondo now ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 7,300 in attendance here at the box. You're going to hear every single one of them here. With 2 outs in the top of the ninth and a 1-run lead for the home team Tigers. Gregory digs back in. Battles at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Fondo. The pitch to the plate. Called strike 3. Struck him out. Tigers win. Tigers win. A heroic effort in game 3 on a Saturday night. LSU avoids the sweep. Arkansas raising Cain on that called strike 3. But the ball game is over. Tigers win 5-4. With the loss, Arkansas 34-8. Still lead the SEC West at 15-6, and the Tigers move to 26-17, 7-14 in league play. 5-4 up final. We'll be back in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.